Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for a postcard of the week. And this week I'm pleased to show you a Wichita advertising postcard for Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut started here in Wichita, two brothers who were going to Wichita University at the time. In 1958, they borrowed some money from their mom and they started this little business real close near the family grocery store, which was all at the corner of Bluff and East Kellogg. It's up on high on the hill, and it was a good location. That was their very first location. That exact building has been since then moved to the Wichita State University campus, and it's out there for people to look at and admire and, think about it as being part of entrepreneurship. Well, this postcard is an advertising card, like I said, and it was made to mail out to a mass mailing, direct mail. It's addressed to resident at a particular address on North Oliver here in Wichita. So that's why I know it was actually used here in Wichita. Some you find with and without that mailing label, so you don't know for sure. But this very same card was used throughout the country because most of the Pizza Hut restaurants look like this one. It had this distinctive roof that they adapted. And it also had Pizza Pete, the fellow there on the front of the building on both corners, and probably inside again for decoration and so forth. You see in one of the multi-views at the top the use of the red checkered tablecloths. And that was something you used to see when you went to a Pizza Hut restaurant. I don't think they've used them for quite a while, but there have been changes and innovations through the years. But this is an interesting card. Wichita has been the home of several businesses through the years, and some of them have flourished more than others, but some have become almost like household names. White Castle Hamburgers had their start in Wichita many years ago, decades ago. They continue to exist, I think, maybe in St. Louis and Chicago and other areas, but a lot of people would still remember the White Castle hamburger. Coleman Light and Lamp and all the camping things that they create and manufacture had a start here in Wichita. Mentholatum was another product that was here early on and before they moved to Buffalo, New York in the early years. Well, this is a nice postcard advertising something that would have been used throughout the country, as I've already said. It's something to think about. For most of us, my age and a little bit younger, pizza was something that it didn't exist. I can remember the first couple of times I ate it, I didn't know if I liked it. It seemed like it was quite a bit of stuff. I can remember one thing that was kind of crazy in that on the Supreme years ago when they first started, they would put on anchovies. Well, I asked my folks, what is an anchovy? And they said it's a little fish. Well, I decided without trying it that I wouldn't like that. So when we ordered Supreme Pizza on the phones, to get it ready so we could go pick up for a carryout, I would always say the Supreme without anchovies. Well, years ago, they quit making Supreme Pizza with anchovies, but those early ones, some of you may remember there being on the Supreme Pizza. Well, that's all the story I have about Pizza Hut, started by the Carney brothers here in Wichita, and we're proud that they did all of this and made this an international business. So long for now, and be with me next week for another Postcard of the Week. Thank you.